Utopia. That's going to be the music video, because the fact is we actually recently watched the live and somebody told me, hey, you should watch the music video as well. So I'm going to take the time to be able to do that as well, and we're going to see more or less how they come. Also, before we start this on, do you agree? What is your rating? What would you give Forestella as a debut? To me, like I said, that was an easiness. It's pretty hard to top that kind of vocal work, especially inside of a genre that has really been kind of, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think that they would place in the tier brackets. Oof, I already love the instrumentals. Notice the difference. Woo! Good Lord. We gotta go. Ooh, that slide up like that, that's perfect harmony. Great technique. This is pretty different from the last song. Hey! Sakura! Dang. Oh, this is at Mama. This is probably going to get blocked. Okay, so here's the funny thing. When you listen to this, I finally caught on to something here. That is that I was really kind of shocked at how quiet they always sound in their lives. Not because and now it just dawned on me. They're not quiet because they're actually singing quiet. They're having to turn down the microphones because this requires a lot more strength in the core to sing this, and thus it kind of is a little bit louder than the usual typical, vocal fare. That I think they're actually turning down their microphones in order to kind of not blow everybody's ears out. Great harmonies. See, the reason why this song feels so different too is because it's definitely got some different structuring. The other song felt more like a quartet song with their harmonies and their versions and their parts, and everybody's just kind of working in unison. Where this is more built like a musical, or like this feels more like an actual piece. This has got a lot more moving parts. There's a little bit more complexity. There's just a lot more in depth with the vocals. They are using backing tracks in this one. There's a lot more that kind of create this to be more of a fuller experience. And it's a little bit more classically written, where they're going to give you cues of when somebody comes in, when to add in the crescendos, when they're going to add in the the finale to know to let you to clap and things like that. There's a lot more to this than just the typical verse, bridge, chorus, bridge out structure. This is a lot more of a flowing and more natural section of the song. And so that kind of makes things a little bit interesting, because this is just so much more of a typically written song for stage. And this is not kind of like a typical pop song in a lot of senses. And I know that sounds crazy to keep bringing it up, but there is a lot of different, and the DNA is vastly different from what we're kind of used to on the channel. So it kind of is just like pointing this out, I guess, in a lot of senses. There's a lot more changes, and there's a lot more of like the song relying on their ability to add in the tension and do the releases, where to add in more like the dramatic or the emotional pieces, rather than it just being a song that goes from beginning to end. This is a fuller experience for sure. And last but not least, Utopia, the music video. Let's check it out, shall we? Beat Interactive. Turned into dystopia, where we're all alone and one will be.
Stars are looking in the mirror. Shine like gold, shine like gold. Between the outer rim and waters of time, these fires, the first time we met, oh yes, we got together. No place like this place to celebrate life. From Korea to Malvarosa, paradise, it's you and me. Now we're here in Utopia. Don't let temptation bring you down. Down from the trees, I'm on my knees. Now you're living Utopia. 10 billion BC, and now you're free. Welcome to our Utopia. Don't let temptation bring you down.
I love his grit.
And more. White of something to unify and find love. Cause we are branches on the word tree of life. Seems so clear. Seems so clear. Stars are looking in the mirror. Shine like gold, shine like gold.
Beautiful.
Enlightenment and modernity. You were magnificent to city, the art and science. All reading
logic and slandering me.
From Camellia to Malvarosa. Down from the trees, I'm on my knees. Now you're building utopia. 10 billion BC, and now you're free.
Welcome to our utopia.
Don't let temptation bring you down.
The confidence is so big now.
I am the light of fire, suffer, kill this seed of sound. Out of the clouds of heaven's raining. Heal the people cry, die. Pray for unity, but division's all I'm seeing from you.
Lasers in the eyes of the lost are killing me.
Heal the people cry, die.
From this community, Messiah, hear the laws of the Messiah. We must be one and one and be together in eternity. Utopia,
Utopia, Utopia,
Utopia.
turn into a dystopia,
Utopia.
I'm dreaming of a million.
Don't cry, 'cause you're
The fathers of utopia.
This life seems with temptation. Head down to Utopia.
Very good. You know, honestly, the thing that's really cool about this particular music video is it really does capture. Okay. Ah. That's cool. Anyway, what I was going to say was that it captures so much more of the lyrics and the vocal styling because it's very grandioso and it's painting this like veneer of everything's fine, but underneath everything is falling apart. And I like one thing that they do in this video a lot is a lot of times when they're singing the most cursed and like damning parts of the entire song, they have these big old grins on their face, like it's just trying to help cover that. And I think that that's really cool, just the way that they're trying to play that particular part up. And one thing that I always have to say that I like about them that I feel like is so consciously made is I love the feeling of the fact that they almost always present in white and black for their clothing, but when they do switch the color of their clothing, it's always to make a point. There's the point where they switch to these more floral shirts that end up causing, like that one's in red, and then there's another part where they have the gold on, and then they have these like more floral looking shirts. Right here. And I feel like that conscious effort is just, again, alluring to what they're actually singing about. And it's interesting how they handle this, because obviously this is very apocalyptic. You can kind of tell that there's some roots being pulled in from like Queen. There's some roots being pulled in from classic, music and literature, and the symbology and all this other stuff really kind of creates the fact that from where we started earlier today to this, you can generally find that they're the ease and comfort of where they're at now is just quite massively different. And I especially just really like the fact that they have really found the underlying ability to tell stories through their music as well as they have now. That to me is actually like one of their strengths. Their ability to bring in that drama, those slides, the where to put like the emphasis on things is so much more great. And you can tell now they're comfortable with each other. They're comfortable with their parts. You can tell more or less of how they want to do things, and their vision is much more clear. The people helping write them understand the vision and understand what they're doing and what they're going for. It's crazy to me. So yeah, very well done. Very, very cool. Let me know what y'all think about this, and we'll discuss this down in the comments below. I have a feeling we're going to have a very good week and a lot to talk about. So thank you and goodbye.